God damn it! Oh man! How did I forget to stream? How did I forget? I tweeted out that I was going to stream, and then I forgot to stream. Why did nobody tell me that I forgot? Oh, dang it. Y'all could have tweeted at me or something. You could have tweeted at me and told me. Fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm an idiot. I am so incredibly stupid. I am so mad at myself right now. You have no idea. I am so upset with myself right now. I'm setting an alarm on my phone for 7:55 every Tuesday. That way I can't forget to fucking stream again. I was sitting here on my phone watching a strong bad email. It was the one where a Homestar runner tries to get back at Strong Bad's prank by making him eat a pine cone. God damn it, I'm such an idiot. I am so stupid. I can't believe I forgot. How do you even forget? Every Tuesday. And then I'm just sitting here like, oh, just watching cartoons on the internet. I'm sure there's not something I'm supposed to be doing right now. I sure hope there's not something I'm supposed to be doing right now, because I'm incredibly stupid. God damn it. Am I supposed to be muted? I'm not muted. Oh, man. Okay, I should play something. Something. Real quick, let's see. Something I can play real quick. Thanks for subscribing, Conatizer. You shouldn't have. Oh, man. God damn it. I can't believe myself. I cannot believe myself. Okay, let me load a game. Play a game. I'm gonna play a game here. Let's see. I have a game I can just play real quick. I thought I saw something. Oh, it's a folder. We're not gonna play anything cool. It's gonna be something incredibly lame. Oh, are those not ROMs? Oh, shit. No, those aren't ROMs. This is the worst. Oh, God. Fuck. I'm not ready at all to play an alternate game because I fucked up my schedule so badly. Okay, wait, what do I have in recent games here? I'm just gonna have to do for now. Set to capture the right window. There we go. We're gonna play some Mario Picross because I wasn't prepared to stream correctly. I'm not gonna try to play Donkey Kong now. No, 3 viewers is right. 3 viewers is correct. can't believe this. God, I feel so stupid. Or what? We're in the special stage. Okay, so... Hold on, my controller's not working right. That better? That's better. Okay, let's go to puzzle H. Okay, here we go. It's asking if we want a hit. A hit? What? It's asking if we want a hint, but we don't want a hint. Hints are for fucking wussies. Alright, so there's a lot of numbers here. I haven't played Picross in a few weeks. So let's see. Why am I doing this in the special stage? If I haven't played Picross in weeks, this isn't gonna work! I can't register the numbers in my head! I can't! No! No! Hold on. Have I studied Japanese before? No, I'm much too dumb. Okay, we're gonna start at level 1. We're gonna learn how to play Picross. We're gonna learn how to play Picross. You can't just... Okay, let me show you something right here. You see all these stages with a hammer next to it? That means I completed them. I completed all of these levels all the way up to special. But it was weeks ago, potentially months ago actually, and I don't have my Picross groove in me right now. So I'm gonna show you how to play Picross from the beginning. It's very easy. It's very easy. Okay, first thing you know about Picross. This is asking if you want hints. Hints are for wussies and dumbos, so always say no. Okay, there's numbers up here. These numbers show how many spaces in each of these lines are going to be filled in. See, there's a 5 here. That means 5 spaces here have to be filled in. And as you can see, there's only 5 spaces here available. So all 5 spaces are going to be filled in. Alright? Now you see here. Here there's a 1. That means only 1 space in this line is going to be filled in. And as you can see, 1 space is already filled in. So this is complete. So we're going to mark all these off as these have to be empty. Alright, now we're moving over here. Now here, there's a 2. So 2 spaces here have to be filled in. And those 2 spaces have to touch each other. So judging by the space we have here, there's already 1 space filled out. So the only other place that could possibly be filled in is right here. So we have to fill that out and mark the rest as empty. That's the only solution for here. Alright, over here we got the same dealio here. So, the first thing that's filled out towards the top has to be a 3-fer. So we already got space here, so these 2 are the only spaces that can be filled out. And that means, so this is a solid 3. So nothing can be right here, because there's a 3 here. If there's something here, that becomes a 4, and that defeats the hint. So we have to cross that out as nothing here. And there's another number here, a 1. So that means there has to be a 1 spot filled in. So there's only 1 spot left here. So that has to be the spot we fill in. We popped out the 1, bam, we just solved that line. See where we're going here? You see how this works? Alright, so moving down here, there's a 2. Well, looking at this, we already have 1 space filled out. To the right, that has to be an empty, because we marked it off as that needs to be empty. So that's not where the second space can go. The second space has to go here. There's no other way around it. So fill it in. And this remaining space has to be a blank, because this is a 2-fer. This whole line can only have 2 filled out. Alright, doing real good here. Let's move on to this line. You see a 2? You see that 2 right there? So, as you can see, we already have 2 filled out. There's already 2 filled out here. So these 2 remaining spaces absolutely have to be blank. So we're going to mark them as they need to be blank. Alright, moving down here, same thing as the bottom line. The only possible place we can put the mark is right here, because the space over here is marked is reserved as blank. So we'll mark it out, mark this as blank. And now we're down to our last line here. And that means 2 spaces have to be filled out. And fortunately, there's only 2 spaces available, so those have to be filled in. And we've solved this puzzle. And as you can see, it's a squiggle. We have successfully found the squiggle. I hope you're all very proud of yourselves for solving the squiggle puzzle. See, there it is. An entire squiggle. Wowie zowie. Okay, so we're gonna move out of this little 1 here. Let's move over to some level 2 puzzles, because I think we more or less got the basics down. So, let's go ahead, and I've already solved all these puzzles. Normally, you don't get to see the solution, In fact, you know what? Let's do some puzzles we haven't solved yet. With this guy. This guy right here. We're gonna do some of his puzzles. We're gonna go to level 1. Alright, so we have no idea what these puzzles are. It's all question marks. So let's go in. Alright. So, as you can see here, you see all these things with zeros? That means there's nothing filled in here. So we can mark all of these as empty. Nothing is going to be filled in on these, so we might as well just mark them out as empty. Well, hold on, let's save this one line. All of these 0 lines we're going to mark out as empty, because the game told us we can, so why wouldn't we? It only makes sense. In fact, no, we can go all the way across, because the game literally just told us 0, 0, 0. There's nothing going to be in any of these spots. At all. It can't happen. And as you can see, through the process of elimination, this space right here lines up with the 1 in both of these rows and columns. So this is the spot we fill out. Bam! It's a dot! We did it! We made a successful dot. I don't know what that says because I'm an American, but I assume it says dot. Alright, we solved the puzzle. I'm very proud of myself. On to B. Let's see what's going on with B over here. Alright, once again, we don't take no hints. Oh, it didn't even offer us. Good. Alright, so you see how there's a 10 here? So this whole thing is only 10 tall, so this whole line has to be filled out. Same for over here where there's another 10. This entire line gets to be filled out. Great, that's a great start, makes things a lot easier. And now we're gonna work down the line here. The great thing about filling out the edges here at the end means you can pretty much, for the most part, start guessing immediately. Well, not guessing, start correctly solving the lines that are associated. Let me show you. See how here it's 3? It starts with 3? That means the leftmost block of blocks has to be 3. So we already have 1 block here. We can't go to the left, so we gotta do 2, 3. Bam! Solved. Now you see how there's a 1 here? That means the rightmost block has to be a 1. So we already got the 1. Bam! Filled out. Nice. Over here, we got a whole line of 1s. That means these 2 dots we already got here, they can't have anything next to them. Marked it off. Here we got a 2. Self-explanatory. It's gotta be a 2 right there. And over here we got a 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This whole line is solved. See that? Done. So we're moving down here doing the corners. We're starting at the edge because we're so lucky to get these 10s going down. It makes it super easy. 3, the rest of these is empty because we have the 3 block here and the 2 block here. It's all solved. 2, 2, 5, 5. These are identical lines right here. Got some 3s. And then we got a couple of 4s. Bam! Look at how much we've solved already. So now we just got a few empty things here left. So let's see what we do. So we just did what we could for the rows. Now we're going to work on the columns. I'm going to start on the right here. So without even touching this one right here, thanks for surviving. Thanks for subscribing, Shingo. So see this whole column here? We didn't even try to solve this, but by doing the rest of these rows, we've solved it on our own. So 8. The 8's already filled out. There's nothing else we can do here. Moving over here, it's already 8. So we're gonna mark these out as done. And now down here, look at just by solving the rows, we got so many of these columns. Done. So over here, the only thing, we already got the 5 down here. We have to deal with this 3. So 1, 2, 3. So only place it can go. It's done. And by doing that, we also took care of this row up here. The 1 here. Because we have the 1. So we're going to mark that off. And guess what? There's only one left on this row. And that can only go here because it's the only space available. We marked off the 1. That's good. And while we're here, look, 3. There's a 3. That means there has to be 3 touching blocks here. And guess what? We have a block here. We have a block here. The only possible place this block can go is in between them. We pop the 3rd down there, mark off the rest. It's solved. It's great. Now that we did that, take a quick peek here at this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1s. So we have 1. We have another one. 1, 2, 3. We have 4 knocked off. We need to put a 5th one, and this is the only spot it can go. That one's done. And by doing that, we also completed the 2 for the column. So that's done. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. And guess what's remaining? A 1, which can only possibly go here. Bam. It's a foot! Got that foot! Can't believe we finally got a foot. Oh my gosh. Nice. Alright. On to puzzle C. Let's see what we're working with here. Oops, sorry, I kicked my cable. Alright. Right off the bat, we got 2 zeros here. We can mark all of these off because you can. And then we got a 10 right here. This is 10 wide, so fill the whole thing out. And then more zeros down here. Zeros on the edges are great because suddenly the playfield is shrunk down so much. There's so little that you can actually work with. It makes it easier. So let's get on to these next techniques here. So, see how there's a 2 here? We gotta have a block of 2 blocks touching each other. So there's a lot of room here, but looking at what we got here, we have 1 block here, which means wherever that second block is going, it has to be either here or here. Those are the only 2 possible spaces. And because we know that, that means the rest of these spaces that aren't those can be marked off as blank. Because we know nothing can possibly go there. Ever, at all. Alright, so, next one is a 4. This is a little trickier. So, you got the 1 here. So, this can go in 2 directions. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that would solve it. Or, you can go 1, 2, 3, can't go down here. You would have to go up here to a 4. So, and did you notice one thing by doing that? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where I have my cursor right now is a common spot between both of those solutions. No matter which way we go, up or down with these blocks, this block will always be filled out. So, we can safely mark that one as a marked block. Bam. So, we're going to need to figure out which way we're going to go by solving the rest of the puzzle and coming back using clues later. So for now, we can't do nothing with that. That's done. So over here, we see a 2 that we can mark up the same way we did our other 2. And then a 4 we can mark up the same way we did our other 4, because we have the same clues, the same amount of space. That's just how it's going to look. That's just how it's going to be. So now that we've done that, let's take a look down here. So we got a 2 and a 5. So looking at these, we already have 2 spaces marked. Now, if you try to connect these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they don't touch each other, which means these aren't part of the 5 block. This one is absolutely part of the 2, and this one is absolutely part of the 5. They don't touch each other to form 1 block. So, this rightmost one has to be part of the 5. Now, in order to determine where those blocks are going, we're going to count again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's as far over as that can go. But if you go in the other direction, 1, 2, 3, there's not enough room. So it would go 4, 5. So no matter which way we go with this, these 2 are going to be marked. Regardless, because there's no room to keep going to the right. So we can mark these off. And check this out. We got the 2 done. That we didn't know which way it was going. We just solved that 2. Now this 2 here, we still don't know yet, but we will soon. Alright, so, now that we got that, you see both of these 4s we can't do much with yet. We're gonna have to see if we can't find something else we can work with here. So, let's look at these other large numbers we got here. So, here we got a 2, 1, and a 3. So a lot of stuff to cram in there. So, in our mind, let's imagine here, if we put 2 here, 1, 2, then there has to be a space, and then a 1, there's no room for a 3 in between these 2 spaces we have marked off as blank. So that means that the 3, no matter how we solve this, the 3 absolutely has to be over here, in these 3 spaces. Because there's no way to fit the 2, 1, and the 3 in these spaces over here. So we can safely mark these off as the 3. And from there, you see this 4 column? Suddenly, we have 3 filled out, which means the 4th one is either going to go here or down here. It cannot ever go here. So now that we've ruled this spot out, we're marking it off. We don't need to worry about it. Is this game good? This game's amazing. I love Picross. Picross is hot shit. Alright. So next here, let's take a look at this last column here. We got a 2 and a 3. And we already have these 2 spots filled out. So, let's look at this. The topmost thing has to be a 2. So we already have one spot here, so we can go 1, 2. But if we tried the other way, 1, 2, that's not going to work, because suddenly we've made a 3. And 3 can't be up here, because 2 has to be the topmost block, which means the only possible place you can put the block is right here. That's your 2. So we mark off. Now we have to mark here, because these 2, you can't have something in here, otherwise it's going to become a 4. So we've got 1, 2, a space, and now we have another block. And as you can see, we still have to take care of this 3. So 1, 2, 3. It's the only space left. So we're marking it out. It's done. And by doing that, check out this row here. 3 and a 1. Here's your 1. It can only be here. Marking it off. Moving up 1, we have a 5 and a 3. Here's your 3. The rightmost group of blocks has to be a 3. And we have, that's the only spot it can be, because this is the rightmost block. 1, 2, 3. That one's solved. And then, check out what we did here in this column. 2 and a 1. Which is what the clue is. So we can safely mark out these spaces as empty. This is why I love Picross. It's all a big game of, it's a process of elimination, and it's so satisfying to do. Look where we're at right now with this 3 and a 1. Here's your 1, which means the next thing we put in this row has to be a 3. The 3 is not going to fit in this little 1 spot, so this can successfully be marked off as blank. Now look what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We solved this 4 just by solving the rows that were contained within it. Nice. Let's check out this 2 and 5. The rightmost block has to be 5. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the only way it can be. Mark off the space. 1, 2. Solved. And by doing that, we also solved this column. 1, 2. Done. Nice. Alright, so now, take a look here. We have to throw a 5 into this row. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's perfect. The perfect spot for a 5. It's ideal. Now that we got that, we got to do some cleanup on these 4 columns. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This topmost space cannot be used because it wouldn't reach. So we can mark that off, and we can do the same for this other 4 because we have the same deal going on here. So that's been marked. And now in this row we're in, we only have 3 spaces left. That matches up with the 3 we got here, so mark it out. And suddenly, this 1, 4 row, it's pretty much done. We have our top ones right here, so we can mark off the next space to separate it. And then here, we can complete the 4s. It's done. Worma thinks it's a fish. That's the first guess we've gotten. So let's see if this actually turns out to be a fish like Worma thinks it is. Alright. Check out this row right here. We got a 3. Now we still have to do this 2 and a 1. Unfortunately, those are the only spots left. So we can just fill them in. We got this whole row taken care of. Now check out this 2 and a 3. We can pop down the 3 and bam! We got it. So let's check it out. Is this a fish? Is it a fish? I actually can't tell if that's a fish or not. Oh shit, it's a bomb! Oh fuck! Oh my god. We're all dead. I can't believe it. This is a disaster. It was a trap all along. Alright, let's see if we can't knock D out. Can't believe we got tricked. They pulled the old fish bomb. They pulled the old fish bomb on us. Alright, let's see what we're working with here. Now, we don't have any 10s or 0s, but look at this row right here, we got a 9. So, with the space we got, it could either be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that means that in both of those solutions, every space here is going to be marked, except for the 2 on the end. So we can safely fill out all of these spaces in the middle here. And we have to leave these 2 blank because we don't know what they're going to be. One of these spaces is going to end up filled out. We don't know which one. Why am I late? I literally forgot I was supposed to stream. I was sitting here watching cartoons on YouTube, and I forgot I was supposed to stream. Oops. Okay, the 7 row. We can do something with the 7 row. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So both of those rows, these 4 in the center, are going to be filled out regardless. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are common in both solutions. I was watching Homestar Runner. I was watching Strong Bad Emails. That's right, Ryan Oblivion. We can absolutely do something with this 6 column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No matter which solution we do there, these 2 in the center are going to be filled out. So, bam, bam. It's kind of like that Noobsy Borg. If you can get the edges, then you can do it. Well, yeah, actually, that's a good way to put it, Noobsy Borg. It's a good way to mentally put it. Okay, so check this out. We filled these out for the 6, but while doing that, we took care of the 9 row. Because suddenly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's done. This one can be marked as blank. Great, we got that 9 row solved thanks to the 6 column. Nice. Alright, so let's do a little bit of quick things here. This row, every single entry is going to be a 1. So we can mark off the spaces around this one. Same for this one here. And the rest of these are not only 1s, so we can't safely do that for the rest of them. Alright, what else are we working with here? Let's see what we got. Okay, so let's check out this 5 in 1 row. So the 5 isn't going to fit down here at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's only 4. So the 5 absolutely has to be up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's literally the only place we can put the 5. To still have space for a 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. And that's great. It's really good to fill out those edges, because suddenly we can start work on these rows. So this row leads with a 2. Nice. This one is a 1, and a 1, and a 1. Then we got another 2. Mark it off. We're making good progress here. Now we're moving on to this column here. Got a 1. Got a 2. Mark that off. Now the last 2 is going to be down here. It's going to either be 1, 2 or 1, 2. So this middle piece right here, that's the common piece in both of those solutions. Now that we've done that, we're going to focus on this 7 row. As you can see, we have a new entry. Now this has to be joined up with this other group we have here, because there's only 1 entry here, so it has to be 1 piece. So we'll fill it out. And now what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are the only 2 possible solutions. So these 2 here, they have to be blank. We're marking them off as blank. Now by doing that, let's go back to the 6 column. So no matter what we do, the solution is going to be 1 piece. So this lonely piece down here, that's going to have to be blank. It can't be part of the group of 6. Moving back up to this chunk. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't go any more down. So there's going to be a 5, 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. So that's going to help us, because now we can do this edge here. So as you can see, we have 2 1s. So these are both getting marked off. Nice. Very good. Alright. Now, let's take a look at... What should we take a look at here? Let's check this out here real quick. So, if we do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can't. Because if we try to cram it up here, we're going to have this 6th piece here. So that means this part up here can be marked as blank. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1 possible spot for the 5. Now we also have to cram a 2 in here. So we know this piece right here can't be part of the 2, because it will touch the 5 regardless. So the 2 has to be somewhere down here. So we can do 1, 2 or 1, 2. 1, 2 or 1, 2. Where my cursor is right now is the common spot between both those solutions. So that's getting marked. And now that we've done that, focus back on the 7 row. Suddenly we have an edge to the block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7 is solved. Mark that off. Nice. Alright, so focusing back here on the 2 and the 5. So this block down here is absolutely part of the 2, but we don't know where the second block is going to go. But now that we know that block is there, we can solve this. We can get some more chunks out of the 5 by doing this. So one solution is to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, but it could also possibly go down. So we would do 1, 2. We can't go another one, because if we go another one, it's going to be touching the 2 for down here. So it would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 3 right here are common blocks between both solutions. So these can all be filled out. And now we can throw more into these rows. So we have a 1 here. See right there? There's another one next to it. So this one has to be a 1. We're marking it off. Oh, thanks for Thanks for donating for your saliva. I don't have my Streamlabs up. I didn't see it for a second there. Sorry, hurting my throat a bit. Okay, this one right here. What am I doing? Oh, okay, so this right here is going to be part of this 2. It can only be over here. The second block can only be here. We're marking it off. I'm putting a little blanker there, because that's the only way we can work that one out. Alright, so now you see how we have these 2 blocks here in a column where all of these are 1s? That means we should mark off the spaces around to make sure these can only be 1s. Thanks for subscribing, Wolfgang. Alright, so what we got here? We got 1, a 1, and a 1, and we need one more 1. Unfortunately, we have one more space, so we can mark this one off as the next one. Am I going to see the new Mortal Kombat movie? Probably not. I haven't seen a lot of new movies lately. No, I remember the first Mortal Kombat movie in the 90s actually not being that bad. It was actually pretty decent. I think that was good enough for me. I'm good on that one. Alright, so, look at what we got here. Let's check out this row, the 2, 4, 2. So we have 2. And we still had to cram a 4 and a 2 here. But look at what's available. There's 2 blocks here, and then over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only one way that can be filled out. So that's done, and suddenly we have this whole top row done, and we can get a lot of more info now. So, this column leads to the 2, column leads to the 1, column leads to the 2, column leads to the 1, column leads to the 6. The fact that we have a block up here means even without these 4 we've already filled out, we know that where the 6 is, because it can only be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we mark out the rest of that. Alright, sorry, whenever I talk too much, it's like my body tries to make me expel gas, but it also doesn't know how to properly burp, so it doesn't work out. Alright, check out this row here. We already got this 1 taken care of, the next block has to be a 2. And the only place it can go is here. We already have a block here, this is the 2. And by doing that, we can also see that there's a 1 here that can only be in that 1 spot. Filled it out. And check it out, we got the top of the 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Marking that off. Alright, moving down here. This should be super easy. There's only 2 1s remaining, because we have the 1, the 2, and the 1. So that can only go in these spots. Nice. And we filled out this 1 here. We can mark that off. And now that we have these 2 here, we can see that the 3 from here, it's got to go right here. And check this out. Since we got the 3 done, we have to do this 4. Oh, hold on. Okay, oh boy. What's going on? I'm dropping some frames. Okay, I think I'm back. Dropped some frames for a second there. I don't know why. Okay, anyway, doesn't matter. It's Picross. We got this 3 done. So, space, and then we got to put the 4 in. Since we have the lead of the 4 right here, it has to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's done. Column is complete. Alright. Move on to the... Let's see. Yeah, this column next. So we got the 2 done. This 3 could go either 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2. And we can't put it down here because that would make a 4. So we gotta pop 1 down here. So now I can either go 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. More importantly than that, this one down here, that has to be this 1. It can't be part of the 3, because we have the 3 working up here. So we can mark off the areas above and below it. And we got some more marks in here. That's good stuff. Now, look at this bottom row here. It's got to be 2 groups of 2. But we have 3 places we can put it. We can put a 2 here, we can put a 2 here, and we can put a 2 here. That's not enough information for us to properly guess where it could be. It has an equal chance of being in any of these spots, so we can't do anything here yet. Not with the info we have. Alright, see these 2 rows with 1s? So let's mark off the spaces around these blocks, so we know those gotta be 1s. Alright, that is good. I like to see that. And what else can we work with here? Okay, check this out. 2, 2, and 1. So we got the 2. This one here has to be part of the 2, so it's going to either go 1, 2, or 1, 2. Knowing that, this right here, this has to be empty. Marking it off as empty. And then, down here, this has to be a 1. because the bottommost one is a 1, and there's no room to cram anything else in down here, so marking that off. Now, by doing that, remember down here with the 2s, how we had a space here, a space here, and a space here? Check it out, there's no room for that third space anymore. 2 can't fit in here. So this empty space, this single empty space, can be marked off as blank. And then suddenly, 1, 2, 1, 2. The only possible place it can go. Bam, that row is done thanks to the information we got from that column. Looking at that, we got 2 here. They'll match this 2 here, so we can mark off this top spot. And then, that column is done. And also this column is done. We have the 3 1s. Marking it out there. Alright, that's good stuff. We're making lots of progress here. Take a quick pop at this row. We have our 2 from here. The next one's going to be a 2. And we already have the leading edge right here, so we're putting a 2. Bam. That whole row is done. I don't think this is Mega Man Connotizer. It doesn't look like Mega Man to me. Maybe it's like a fly or something. A man lifting something? I can kind of see that. We're going to have to find out. Alright, check out this row here. We got the 1 done. This is our 2. Because it couldn't go to the left, it had to go there. So that's good stuff. And by doing that, we also solved here. Check this out, 1, 1. This 2 is done. And then the 2, bam, it's right there. The last 2 for that row, it's done. And by doing that, this row is done as well. So we can mark this off. Check this out, 5 and a 1. We got the 5, we got the 1. This space can be knocked out. And for this row, the only other place this 1 can go is right here. What is that? Oh, it's a monkey! Here he is! He's here to have some monkey business. Oh, boy. Look at him. Oh, he's scratching his dangus. What a funny little monkey guy. Oh, boy. Good monkey, everyone. Good monkey. Alright, let's check out Puzzle E of level 1. Okay, so. We don't have any big 9s or 7s or anything here, so we're gonna have to work around that. Let's try another technique here. So, we got this 5 and a 2. So let's plot some things out in our head. I'm gonna use the marks to kind of plot out what we're working with here. So let's imagine, for the sake of argument, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a space, and a 1, 2. Alright? Now let's imagine the same thing from the other side. Oh, hold on. Dropping more frames. Oh, and I think we're back. Yeah, that's on my end. It's OBS dropping frames. Oh, boy. It's doing it again. And we're back. I don't know what's going on with my internet. Oh, boy. Ooh. Oh, those frames. You know what? For the sake of not having to look at that number, I'm gonna see if I can't turn that down to 3000 kbps real quick. We don't need high quality frames for Mario's Super Picross. Okay, I cut our KBS in half. I assume there's just internet problems in my area tonight or something. Anyway, so we did a little experiment here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, space 1, 2. Now let's tackle it from the other end. So, 1, 2, right here. Space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these 3, right here, are common in between starting from the left and starting from the right. So, judging from that, we can mark these 3 off as being filled in. And then we can get rid of our little tests here since we weren't really using them to mark off empty spaces. Alright. That's a good start. So now, we can do the same thing right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, space 1, 2, 1, 2, space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we got a little start here of these two pointy bits. That's good. It's a nice way to start. Doesn't really give us much information other than here, this is an entire row of onesies, so we can mark off the spaces around it. Same thing here. This is a column of 1z, so we can mark off the 2 spaces around this block. Still not a lot of information to work with. It's really not a lot. Now let's take a look at this 1 and a 5 row. Maybe we can squeeze something out of there. So 1 space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we'll start from the other end as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in both solutions, these 2 right here are commonly filled out. So we can safely mark those out and get rid of our test blocks here. Now let's do the same thing over here with this 1 and 5. So 1 space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. We got 2 more little chunks here. 2 more little chunks we can use to brain this out. It's good stuff to brain it out. Real good. Real good. Okay, I was just testing if I could do anything with the 2s. I can't yet. It's a little bit more info to work with. Now, see this right here? So on this row, the rightmost block has to be a 1. You can't squeeze a 1 in here because there's a block right here that would turn it into a 2. So this right here has to be a 1. So we can safely mark both edges around it. Same thing right here. 1, 2, 1. So the bottom block here has to be a 1. That's our 1. Marking it out. Alright, it doesn't seem like a lot of data yet. But soon it's going to give us enough data to solve this whole thing. Just by slowly gathering little bits of information, it's going to solve this. Bit by tiny little bit. Alright, let's see if we can do anything with this 4. So we got this 1, 1, 4. So 1 space 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's approach it from the other end. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are our commons. Do we have a similar thing in the row? We do. So 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. And by doing that, suddenly we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We still don't know where that 5 is going to be. But we know that this is part of the 2 here. So it can go 1, 2, or 1, 2. But this block right here, it's never going to have anything in it, no matter what happens, no matter where those go. So we can mark that one off. Nice. Alright. That is good. That is good. It's really good to have that marked off. Now, what else are we working with right here? Oh, see this 1 here? Got to mark the other end of it. Because that has to be a 1. And by doing that, see how this row is 4? 4 isn't going to fit over here in these 2 spaces, so these get marked off as well. We can do the same for this column. This column is 4. You can't cram the 4 in this little spot here, so that's getting marked off. And if we look down here at this bottom row, oh, thanks for donating. But what the fuck is this game? This is Mario's Super Picross. Very fun. Alright, so this bottom row, it has to be a 4. There's 2 spots it can still go. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't know where to put it yet. But if we rule out any one spot here on this row, then we instantly know where that 4 has to go. Instantly. So we gotta try to work towards that. Gotta give it a shot. Alright, so what else can we do here? I had something I wanted to look at, but it kind of left my brain. Oh, right, we were looking at these 4 rows. So the 4 can either be here, 1, 2, 3, 4, or it can be 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see where my cursor is right now, that's the common block in both possible solutions. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, this block overlaps, so we can mark that one out. And we can do the same over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Now this row starts with a 2, and this column starts with a 2. Got that marked out. Good. We're making some good progress here. I like how this puzzle looks like it's kind of symmetrical along the diagonal. And that's making this a lot easier to solve, since the same moves we're doing vertically, we're tending to do horizontally as well. Makes this a lot easier. Alright, so looking at this row here, it's a 1, and then a 4. since we already have 2 over here, that means this has to be part of the 4. And the 4 can either go 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, but it cannot go over 1 more, because then it'll touch this block right here and become a 5. So it would have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. This block right here is common between both possible solutions. We're marking it off. And we're going to do the same to its little sister row over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how it's got to be. And if you look at this row, it leads to the 1. So this is our 1. Same dealy here. Now let's look back at the 1, 1, 4 here. This lone block here has to be a 1. So we can mark its surrounding blocks. Same with its sister column over here. And as you can see, we're getting a lot further. Slowly, with little bits of information, the puzzle's going to get solved. Little tiny bits leading us to solve this puzzle. Alright, so let's look at this 1 and 5 row. So we got the 1 done. We still have to cram a 5 in here. So we got, let's see where it could possibly fit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's one possibility. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. No room to keep going. So the next block would have to go here. That's a common piece between both solutions. We can mark that one out. Same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice, making progress. And if we look at this, this is a row of 1s, so this can be marked on both edges. This is a column of 1s, so this can be marked on both edges. Good stuff. Now remember what I said about this bottom row here? If we rule out any single of these, do we know exactly where the 4 is? We just did that. Because the 4 can't go here now, and it can't go here. So it has to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to do the same for its sister column over here. 4 can't fit there, has to go here. We took a huge chunk out of the edges here. So this row ends with a 1, this row ends with a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Knock that one out. Same thing down here with the columns. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Getting a lot done here. I still don't know what this is supposed to be. I can't tell yet. Hopefully soon. Alright, check out this column here. We got a 1, and then we have to get a 5. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. And that also took care of its sister row down here. So we got that one solved. As you can see from here, we have another 1 we can mark off. Same thing for the sister column. Nice. So at that point, this here is where the 4th 1 goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Here's that 4. Same thing for its sister column here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that took care of the 2 in these rows and columns. We still don't know where the 5 is going to go. It's going to go either here or here. I think you're right, VCR Saliva and Nectic and Connotizer. This is a B. This is definitely a B. Yeah, I think this is a B. Yeah, that's a B. Okay, check out this row here. 1, 2, 1. We got the 1 done right here. There's only 2 spots a 2 can go. It can go here, or it can go here. But the first block in this row has to be a 1. So if we put the 2 here, there's no room for that 1. But that means the 2 absolutely has to go here. It's the only possible place it can be. Nice. And we're going to do the same here for this one's sister row. Sister column. Bam. So we got another stripe on this so-called B here taken care of. And by doing that, we solved this 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can mark off the remaining end here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Marked it off. Nice. And that gained us a block here on this 4 row. Because we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Good stuff. And you see this row of 3 1s? Done. So we can mark off the remaining spaces. Same with this column. Alright, not much space left here. We're about to get this B done up in here. Let's see. 1, we got a 2. We still don't know where the 1 can go, because there's too many spots open here. We got a 4 and a 1. There's still too many places to plot out that 1. Over here, though, check this out. We got a 2, we got a 1, and a 1. So we can mark the rest off as clear spaces. We'll do the same in the sister column here. 2, a 1, and a 1. These get marked out. Suddenly, these 2 rows are a lot closer to completing them. Just need to rule out a few more spots. So let's see here. Check out this row here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got that 4 solved. Mark off the spot. Let's do the same down here for its sister column. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mark off the spot. And now, this row here, 1, 1, 2. The 1 can only be here. We'll do the same for the sister column. 1, 1, 2, 1. And now, this row of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the only way it's going to fit. Same thing for the column. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, there's just one space left to fill out. The only open spot. That's not a B. What is it? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that says. Is it a cicada? I guess it's some kind of bug. It's clearly some kind of bug. Some kind of bug. I don't know. You guys think we can cram in one more puzzle? Let's try to cram in one more puzzle. Let's try to do it. Alright. Now this one starts off with a very fortunate row and column of 8. I like that. That's going to let us fill out a bunch right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do a mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everything here is common between both possible solutions. And we can do the same up here. And now we have all this we can start marking things off for. So, see how these all start with 1s? That means this whole thing gets a row of marks. Same thing right here. Alright, that's a nice chunk to have knocked out. Check out this row right here. 2 2s. There's only spot for 2 2s, so you got it. Now, check out this column. Now remember in the previous puzzle, everything was symmetrical? Fuck, I did not mean to do that. I fixed it. Remember how in the previous puzzle, everything was symmetrical diagonally? That's not the case here. You see how it's 2 2, but it's 2 1 here? So we can't automatically do what we're doing in the last puzzle, where we're marking things off columns and rows the same. We have to pay attention here. So, this column here, it starts with a 2. That means this spot has to be filled out, because this is the only spot we can have a 2. Nice. So the 1 is going to go down here in one of these 2 spots. We don't know where it is yet. But let's double check on this 8 row, because suddenly we filled in an extra spot. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 8 could be either here, or it could be right here. But it can never be here. So this gets marked off, and by doing that, this column we're in right now, this 7, we know where the 7 is, because this is the start of the 7 right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we mark these 2 off as done. Nice. So now we're going to take a big chunk out of this side. So all these end with a 1, except for this one that ends with a 2. So we're going to go ahead and mark these off as 1s. And this one right here is a 2. We're going to give it its extra brother here and mark it out. Nice. We already have some kind of circle dealy going here. That's good. It's good to get these edges done. Okay, check out this column. We have the 2 solved right here, because there can only be a 2 here. And by doing that, we took care of the 8. Because now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Done. So we can mark this off. And then we got this column done. We're in. Because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 can only go there. Marking it off. Taking care of the 1 in the beginning of this row. Sorry. Like that. Wrong button. Now you see, because this is not Mario Picross, but the other guy Picross, because this is the other guy Picross and not Mario Picross, when we make a mistake like I just did, it doesn't actually mark it as an error. Instead, it just lets you keep going. The other guy Picross only ends if you successfully solve the puzzle. It'll never tell you if you make a wrong move. Ever. Whereas Mario Picross, it'll immediately tell you when you made the wrong move, and it'll dock off points for it. So that makes this version of Picross a little trickier. Alright, so, check out this column here. 2 and 2. We got the 2 up here, and here we got the beginning of another 2. So we'll finish it off, mark it off. Nice. Let's go over here. We got a 2, and there has to be a 1. This is the only spot the 1 can go. Marking it off. And that takes care of this bottom row as well, which can only be a 1. So, done. And by marking this over here, you see how this is a 1 and a 6? This is the end of the 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this is a blanker. It looks like we're making a spiral. Is this going to be a spiral? This might be a spiral. Alright, so anyway, we marked off a bunch of more spots. So as we can see, these columns end with a 1. So we're going to mark off those as 1s. And that means this row we're on right here. We got a 2, we got a 1. This is the only spot the 1 can go. And that lets us take care of this little 5er at the bottom of this column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, space. We're spiraling in. This is going to be good. Alright, let's take care of these rows. So this one has a 1 and then a 1. They all have a 1 and then a 1. So this is a 1, a 1, a 1. Good stuff. Alright, this column we're in. We got a 1, a 1. This right here is the only other spot that the 1 could go. And that's going to help us with this row here. Because there's got to be a 4. This is the start of the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's marked as blank. We're spiraling in. This is so easy right now. Alright. Marking those off because the next spaces are all 1s. And now what are we looking at here? Okay, check out this column right here. You see how there's 3 1s and we already have all the 1s marked? The only spot left is a 3. And that's the only hint we have left. So instantly we fill this in. And now let's start working on these rows again. So we got the first 2 1s done. The next number has to be a 2. So 1, 1. This is our 2. 1, 2. Marking it off. Moving on down. This entire row is a 1. So marking that one off. This one goes 1, 1, 3. So 1, 1. This is the start of our 3. So 1, 2, 3. Is Super Picross the best Picross? I'm not 100% sure yet, because I've only played the first Mario Picross, this game right here, Super Picross, and some Pokemon Picross. I have not played Picross 2 on the Game Boy yet, so I'm not 100% sure which one's the best. In my opinion, both Mario Picross and Mario Super Picross are great games. You might as well start with Mario Picross on the Game Boy since it was the first one, but both of them are worth playing. I'm not as big of a fan of Pokemon Picross because it does the puzzles in kind of a different way that I don't like. But I'll talk about that another time. I'm trying to solve this puzzle right now. Okay, what are we looking at here? So, got the 1, 2, 3 marked out. Let's mark this one off as empty. Nice. Okay, so check out this column here. We got both the 1s at the ends done, so this piece right here has to be the 3. Bye, Jim Sticky. Thanks for joining us. Oh, nailed it. We got it. The spiral. Oh, it's a citronella spiral to ward off the mosquitoes. Those mosquitoes are gonna come and bite me. I got it here. If I see any mosquitoes try to eat me, I'm gonna feed them to the citronella. There you go. That was F. Alright, so, didn't expect to play this tonight. Did not expect to play this tonight, but I also didn't expect to literally forget that I was supposed to stream tonight. So that was an interesting night. Very interesting night. Alright, so thanks for watching some Mario Super Picross. Definitely not what I planned on doing, but what do you know? Okay, so as I was saying at the beginning of this stream, I'd set an alarm on my phone now to go off at 7:55 every Tuesday. So if I forget again, I'm going to get an alarm notification and know to instantly go live. So this won't happen again, I promise. Anyway, oh yeah, one more thing. On Saturday, during my normal stream time of 1 p.m., I'm actually, I had to schedule a viewing for a a townhouse I'm trying to rent at that same time. So we're not going to be streaming at 1 p.m. on Saturday. We're not going to be going at the usual time. Still not 100% sure what I'm going to do. I think what I might do is I hope I get to rent the house as well. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm hoping it looks nice. It's either this or another apartment. I'm still not sure what we're doing, but I'm gonna go look at the house to rent on Saturday. I hope it looks good, and I hope they let us rent it. It's pretty cheap for a townhouse, so I'm really hoping that they let us rent it. It has a back... Yeah, Cinco's gonna come with me. The place has a backyard, so hopefully Toby will have a place to run around in. That'd be nice. Anyway, so yeah, on Saturday, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. What I might do is I might start my stream an hour later and stream something else for 3 hours instead of my usual 4 hours. Or maybe I'll stream later that night. I'm still not 100% sure. I'll let y'all know. So keep an eye on my Twitter. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I'm gonna go take my dog out to poop on the floor outside because I don't want him to poop on the floor inside. Mario.